Welcome to Boxing Fans Talk TV. I'm your host, TDT. You can refer to me as Miss T. And y'all see the thumbnail? I said breaking. Oh, B. Diddy. B. Diddy has been revealed to be nothing but a hype job. What does Devin Haney, this is the question. What does Devin Haney and Richardson Hitchins got in common? Y'all think about that. But y'all know how it is. First, let's turn to Welcome back to Boxing Fans Talk TV. I'm your host, TDT. You can refer to me as Miss T. And y'all saw the thumbnail. We're going to talk about old B. Diddy, as he's affectionately called. He revealed that a lot of times, a lot of stuff that he's talking about be hype. Now, I'm not saying it's against the law to be hype and stuff, but I'm just saying it don't be based in facts. And from what I could see, it's a lot of holes in the story. But y'all know what I do at the top of my hour. It's a water check. Ain't nothing changed. We at Boxing Fans Talk TV feel that everybody from 2024 and beyond should never have a problem with water. We tell y'all, drink y'all water. It's going to save your life. You might not know it or you might not think about it, but it's going to save your life, especially as you get older. As you get older, you find out that you don't have no choice but to drink the water. So drink up your water. And we say if you're not a big water drinker, start off slow. Start off with 2 times at least during the day. Every day, somebody should drink water. Everybody should. That's first thing in the morning before your toes hit the ground and you get off into your routine. Drink your water. Your body's like an engine and the water is the lube. It's going to help everything move in a timely and efficient manner. The second time is at night when you get out the shower, right before you go into bed. You put your jammy jams on, and then you might look at a program, read a passage in a book or something, but you should drink some water then. And when you're drinking this water, we talking 8 ounces at a time. Who can't do that? So you drink everything else, you should be drinking your water. And even the American Heart Association agrees that drinking water right before bed is a good thing. Now, a lot of things going down in the body when you do a deep sleep. You have to have proper sleep too. If you want to be healthy, if you want to, make sure everything is working fine, you got to get your good rest too. And I mean deep sleep. I'm not talking about cat naps. I doze off for a minute. I'm talking about real sleep. So that's what the water at night is for. You got a lot of reads going on. Revamping, rebooting, recharging, redirecting, recreating. I can go on and on. This is the hard work that goes on in your body so that you can be a well-oiled machine. And the fun fact is, at night, everybody burns about approximately 900 to 1,000 calories in a deep sleep. Mind you, not a nap. It don't work like that. You have to be in a deep sleep. You rehealing. That's another thing. You have to reheal and reset for the next day. And you do this every night. So drink your water. Don't skip out on that. That's one of the most important things amongst eating properly and getting your nutrition in. Now that we got that out, let's get some little housekeeping out the way. Please, 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 please hit that like, share, and subscribe button, especially if you're watching me on replay. If you already dialed in, if you already subscribed, don't hit the button again. We got you. We got you locked. But do hit the like and share every time you come to one of my shows or episodes or whatever. And if you have any question, comments, or statements, hit me up. Just hit me up at boxingfanstalk@gmail.com. That's boxingfanstalk@gmail.com. I'll be sure to get back with you. And I'm not monetized. I tell you all the time, I don't know what's going on with my YouTube, but the boxing, fans talk TV at Cash App is full effect. I try to come on. I say this now. I don't say I come on. I try to come on Monday through Friday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But y'all know, those of you who be watching the show know that I got a lot on my plate, getting real, real close to the wedding, and I'm selling my house. So I packed up a lot of stuff. I don't even have my little studio no more. So I'm doing the best I can. But sometimes I got to get on and say something. I'll be like, hold up. Let me talk. Let me say something. Let me talk. I see. Yeah, I said it. Podcast is in the building. The Black Picasso was popping with you. What is popping with you? Yeah, look, I'm gonna say this. Yeah. And I'm real good at this is one of my talents. And I don't need nobody to tell me about this talent because I know I have it. I'm real good at predicting stuff. I don't know. Some people in my lifetime probably said, I can say probably, they have said, we think you clairvoyant. I don't know. I don't know nobody in my family like that. I have been right. Like I'm one of the people that really are in tune with my intuition. I real good. I can almost picture something down to the wire. And I look at people's behavior. Now, people who good at stuff like that, they ain't good at looking at for themselves. Somebody could say, well, if you know so much, why you didn't hook yourself up? That's a good question. I'm still trying to figure that one out. But when it comes to other people, maybe because I ain't got no skin in the game or whatever, I can see shit. I can see how they will probably play out. Now, I've been saying for a long time that the Haneys put 20 on 10. I've been saying this all the time. And I ain't lying. We starting to see that they put 20 on 10. Now, if the Haneys allowed Devin to have a normal progression or pace at which people are starting to big him up and big him up and big him up and then call him the greatest, that would be one thing. Because with his expertise in boxing and what the young kid can do, we see that can be his future. But not now. It's not today. So when I hear stuff like, oh, we better than Floyd was, I be saying, huh? What? You better than Floyd? The Haney's always comparing. I'm gonna just call him B Diddy, as he's been now affectionately called. B Diddy! What's good with him? ATL Unanimous Boxing Sports is in the building. Said Queen T, what's happening? Shouted. Mark Nash is in there saying thumbs up. PGH, big dog, where you been? He said, salute Queen T. I guess he could say, well, I've been too. What's up, fellas? So what I'm trying to say, a lot of people think of it like I'm hating on Devin, but I'm not. Y'all hit the like button, please. I'm not hating on Devin. But I refuse to sit back and go through another 5 years of what we just went through. And I'm gonna tell you, some of these Devin Haney fans, they were Earl Spence fans too, Earl sexuals in a big way. What I'm not down at Devin Haney, but I'm telling the truth. Like, you guys, I know some of y'all remember how they bigged up Earl Spence, act like he was the second coming. And what happened? Exactly what I said was going to happen. Exactly what Black Picasso said it was gonna happen, and a lot of other people said it was gonna happen. So we was right. It wasn't about no fandom or whatever. It was what made us, and I'm gonna speak for myself. What made most of us, or me, feel like I had to go against Earl about some stuff, because you always had to find yourself in predicaments where you felt like you had to debunk a lot of bull crap, a lot of stuff that people were saying. So that's why I was, you get frustrated with them. And then it was always his fans who say the craziest shit and be delusional as hell. And I mean, for what I think, if his fans would have said, you know what, I'm just biased, I like the dude, so I'm biased, I'm rocking with him, I think most of the Bud fans or most of the boxing fans could have been like, oh, okay. But now y'all doing it again. And I was like, I don't got 5 years to go through this shit again. PGA said, no Haney hate. It's just promotion. All promoters do that BS. Yeah, I'm not hating on Haney. But if you go tell me he the second coming, he the best, he's the alpha and the omega, no, I got to beg to differ. I got to beg to motherfucking differ. I don't know how he get to be that. And I was like, well, wait a minute. Let's go down the list. Young Devin was mad because people call him a silver spooner. Call me a silver spooner. I wish. Let me tell you, a bunch of us, I wish, I must admit, I swear, I wish I was a silver spooner. And Devin, he didn't like that title. He ain't like nobody coming at him like that. But guess what? It's facts. What could be wrong with that? Embrace it. I used to be like, Devin, embrace that shit. But he had to go out his way to make sure he is anything but a silver spooner. And you show how much of a silver spooner he really is. Devin, a lot of people will always, and this is just life in general, people will always have a problem with people who get it easy when everybody else got to work. And let me say that again. Anybody, I don't care what you talk about, your job, your love life, any aspect of life, when you see people who got it easy, it can make other people feel a certain kind of way. And it's the maturity in the other people to say, okay, I'm going to control my animosity for this person because they didn't pick their predicament no more than we picked ours. So a lot of people have to check themselves, but, feelings get all up in and all that stuff. But Devin went on a campaign to try to disprove he is not Tank, but yet he tries to be him and act like him. Lord knows I'm not the cheerleader for Tank Davis. He don't do what I want him to do in boxing. That's what I be saying. Like, nigga, Tank, you're a great fighter, but from where I'm sitting, I can't tell. Do you care about legacy? This is my favorite sport. I don't watch football. I don't watch basketball. I don't watch all this stuff. I ain't saying I don't like them. I just don't spend a lot of time watching them. So the sport that I do choose, nigga, I want a Super Bowl every now and then. But I don't feel Tank want to give it to us. So I can't be a big fan. That's one good thing about Devin. He do care about the legacy. And I give him that. He wants the belts. And I want him to be like that. That makes me not go as hard as I could. Because I'm like, yo, he learning. He young. He a young pup still in the game. I'm not going to say he don't got his man strength. For the people that try to convince me and they know who they are, that Devin don't got his man strength. This nigga 25 years old. Cut the crap. Cut the crap. Development stops at the age of 26. Some people say 25. The last thing to fully develop on a human body is that fontanelle, the top of your head, where when you was a baby, they call it a soft spot. That shit finally closes up and seals and lock. You know what I'm saying? So ain't no more technically development after that. Puberty is over. Growth hormones, all that stuff pretty much stopped. So all this crap about he ain't got his man strength. So when people say, Devin, you ain't got no power, you're not exciting, you're a technical fighter, folks, Haney fans get upset. It's the truth. I ain't say he can't hurt nobody. He can't stun a motherfucker. I'm saying he ain't got no power. And he proves it every time he fights. He's just a technical fighter. PGH Big Dog said, don't kid Bob Arum, Eddie Hearn, all promoters hype their fighters up. Nothing new. I'm not saying that, PGH, but Bill Haney, of AKA B Diddy, is not a promoter. Yeah, he up in his son, but he's not a promoter. So we can't, how you said, Black Picasso, we can't let you go to the Pro Bowl with that one. He's not a promoter. So he put his foot in his mouth all the time. It's so many times he put his foot in his mouth. I did a show. Let me tell you this one big one that's biting him in the ass right now. I think. Maybe I'm wrong. But I did a show with Devin Haney. I said, explain this. I probably got the picture still. I said, where is that? I'm going to see if I still got it. I don't know if I do. Hold on, y'all. Let me see. I must have deleted it. Y'all know that picture that's right. Oh, no, I didn't. Look at your screen. I did this show a while ago. Bruce Gas, boxing, jazz, and more. He said, hey, Miss T. Hey. Look at this. I did this show. I said, somebody explain this. And just to do a recap, I'm going to get to what because Devin is the one who posted this, by the way. So you can't say nobody did this to him or somebody trying to hem him up. He posted this. And Mr. B. Diddy himself, a.k.a. Bill Haney, who know everything, why you tell your son don't hang with these folks? I'm going to tell you right now, I don't care how old my kids get, when it comes to their safety and security, I'm still a mama. I would think most of y'all feel like y'all still a dad. Said Devin Haney said, you ain't, this is what Devin said. Devin Haney said, you ain't make it till you got in Diddy pool and it was a dream come true. What he meant by that. That's what somebody said, right? Devin actually posted, they say you gotta be in to make it to Diddy's swimming pool. Hashtag Diddy, hashtag the dream. Devin did that to himself. And now they be getting mad. Like, y'all know Ryan, shout out to Ryan Garcia, as Black Picasso called him, Kardashian. You killing me with that one. But Ryan be picking on Devin all the time because he be saying that. Shout out. Explain that, explain you in the pool and all that. Now, do I think that young Devin is, playing for the same team or batting on the same team? No, I do not. I think he was young and he thought he knew what he was doing. But that's why you have OGs around. B. Diddy. Now, they don't like the fact that you lump him in with P. Diddy. But here's the thing. Who is the first person? Because, boxing is entertainment. Remember that. It's all it is entertainment. But so is making music, acting, and all that stuff. Now, usually, all the YouTubers, the ones I like, the ones I don't like, we are very careful about mixing the two. Kind of like what Tasha K said, I don't talk about no sport people unless they cross into my lane. Same thing here. I think we all adhere to that kind of rule, that unwritten rule. But here, what's the first time I heard somebody make a comparison about somebody they don't like that they talking about negatively and calling them P. Diddy? When the first time y'all heard that? I can't even do the Jeopardy theme song. But anyway, I'm going to tell y'all, it was B. Diddy himself, a.k.a. Bill Haney. Bill Haney said Floyd be Puff Daddy and a nigga. And this was at the height of that shit that was going down with Puff Daddy. This was back when that girl dropped that lawsuit and shit. He called Floyd P. Diddy. Now, you can say a lot about Floyd, but you really can't call him Puff Daddy. You won't hear about Floyd. I ain't saying, look, I don't know everything Floyd do, but you really don't hear about him taking it. Take that, take that. Okay, all that harem he had, all them girls knew about each other, and they was okay with it. Fair exchange is no robbery. He buys them Birkin bag. He do all this nice stuff or whatever. A girl has a right to say whether she want to be down with that shit or not. Those girls knew what the lay of the land was and chose to be down with Floyd. Some people like that about Floyd. Some people don't. I could care less. As long as you giving them freedom of choice, she gonna choose what she want to choose. Don't make her bad or nothing. That is not the same as Puff Daddy. That is not the same. And we ain't even gonna get into you're a grown man, you can sign your own contracts or whatever. But that's what B Diddy, aka Bill Haney, said about Floyd. He called him Puff Daddy. But then he turned around and get mad when they do the same thing to them, to the Haneys. You know, say something about that picture with Devin. Devin the one that put it up. Devin the one that said you got to be in to get in the pool with Diddy. How the Cat Williams say? And you got to tell him no, because P. Diddy want a party. Devin, you did all that. So now people running with it. I thought nobody was going to pick that up, but I did it the first time I saw it. I was like, is anybody advising this young man? Never thought, oh, he acted funny. I never thought that about that. But the Haney's so busy putting 20 on 10. It's like, it's crazy to me. That comparison that they made of Floyd, that whole debate about the leaked video, didn't the Haneys, didn't B Diddy himself say, I'll pay you $20,000 if you get it. Prove it. And Ryan proved it. Did Ryan get his $20,000? Inquiring minds want to know. Probably not. And then you get mad and say, leaked up, released the whole tape. Well, B Diddy, you released the tape. You know what I'm saying? And then you try to avoid. I done seen you on Fanon. I done seen you on other people's channels. And they were serving you up, B Diddy. And usually you get the upper hand over people. They were serving you up. I'm just speaking facts. I don't even hate B Diddy. I ain't hating on him. I'm just speaking facts. Fanon got you. He got you good on there because he was basically saying, you guys said it never happened. Here's the video that said it happened. Everybody by now have seen that video where Tank was, doing what he was doing. Now, all Tank ever had said was, I cracked both of them. Which you have to, look, crack means a whole lot of different things from my memory. But in the context in which he was talking, I took it to mean I heard both of y'all. I didn't hear him say, I knocked both of them out. I did this, I did that. If AB said he felt like Devin was out, then that's what AB felt. Nobody's seen his eyes, so we don't know. But that's what AB felt. And he wasn't the only one, apparently, because there was more people in that ring. But anyway, Tank has said, I cracked both of you. You know what the Haney said? Nah, that never happened. We beat the shit out of him. Because you won a bet on the technicality. Because Tank quit or stopped fighting. Because he was tired. He was out of shape. Everybody agreed with everything except that part where the Haney said it never happened. So when that's what made that leaked tape a big to-do or whatever. But I've been like, what do you say to these Devin Haney fans? They like Earl sexuals. It's really nothing you can say. I don't know what to say to them. I be trying to be regular because I don't want to go through another 5 years of a front row seat to some bullshit. Because Bud won't he do it? Bud put it on his ass. We knew that shit 5 years ago. We knowing it shit now. But y'all be such fanboys and be delusional that y'all just let shit run wild. And I'm just saying, be responsible. Call things as they are. I finally found Devin Haney's other brother, his twin brother. What I don't know is it his paternal twin or maternal twin? I don't know. And y'all tell me what y'all think. If Richardson Hitchins ain't Devin Haney's twin, I don't know who the fuck is. Bruce Gass said, okay. PGA said, but you ride with Bernie, the bozo on the buzz shit. Dude, I ride with Bernie because Bernie say a lot of shit that I do agree. I don't I don't necessarily agree with anybody 100%. I don't care who it is, whether we talking about boxing or anything. I'm just saying he said Bud was gonna smash him. What did Bud do? I'm not supposed to have seen that. I'm not supposed to felt that same way. He told the truth. He said, damn, Queen T, you hating on Haney. It's not hate, it's truth. Spence and Tank in the same show. What the fuck? I'm not hating on all of them. I just told y'all basically how I feel as a fan. If Tank don't want legacy and he don't want to go to the Super Bowl, I can't be but so much of a fan. I used to talk about a dude that now y'all all coming to grips with, and that's Pitbull Cruz. I've been screaming about him for 3 years ago. Nobody was saying his name. I've been saying it. Everybody laughed me off, pushed me to the side or whatever, and look at him now. I knew 3 years ago what was going to happen today. I knew he was going to be champion. I knew he was going to be champion. But nobody else really was believing me. He alright. No, that motherfucker more than alright. I'm a fan. He gets in there and he give the fans what you want, and he trying to take your motherfucking head off. And that's why we watch boxing. But Tank does that, but he don't want no belts. I can't commit to Tank all the way as a fan. That's just me. I ain't saying everybody else got to be like that. It's not all about the money for me. But that's just me. But, Tank got to live his life the way he choose fit, right? Haney, 20 on 10. 20 on 10. We don't know what he going to be like. He, 25, 26, 25? Something like that? 26? He don't know what the next 4 years going to be. None of us do. He don't know how he going to be at age 30. He don't know what he going to get into in the next 4, 5 years. You don't know what could come into your life. He could wind up falling in love, getting married, and the girl be a front row seat to some BS, take him through all kinds of shit and make him fall off. Did anybody see what happened to Jamal Charlo? Did we know that 4, 5 years ago? He was about that shit. He was about that smoke. Look at him now. He'll never be the same. Look at Jamel now. That's what I'm saying. That can happen to Haney. For anybody to sit here and act like that can't. If you look at Floyd, let's talk about one of the greats. Floyd is one of the greatest boxers ever to do it. He just is. When he was Pretty Boy, did he ever say he was the greatest? No. Did he ever talk like the Haneys talk? No. Did he ever say that when he was Money Team? He was bragging about being a Money Team, but won't he making money? He was bragging about knocking your ass out and beating your ass down as Pretty Boy, but won't he doing it? It wasn't until he got to TBE that in that phase or whatever did he start talking like, I'm the best ever. I'm the king. Just bigging himself up. Like, this is beyond money. I'm just that nigga. But Floyd waited. But Devin can't. He can't wait. Everything that I could say about Richardson Hitchins, I could say about Devin. I swear they twins. And I don't mean literally. I mean figuratively in boxing. They twins. Can anybody get up on this panel and tell me different? PGA says, so what is Devin Haney Promotions? What that mean? I'm not sure what that question means. He said, you can't talk about my Muslim brothers like that. Shut up, ATL, with that. Him being a Muslim ain't got nothing to do with it. Just like him being black don't have nothing to do with it. Bill Haney, a.k.a. B. Diddy, you can't blow smoke up everybody's ass and then think we supposed to take it. Aren't we sick of the lies and the marinating and waiting and everybody going back and forth and debating over little bit shit or big shit or whatever, getting all emotion? Are we tired of that? Then we just go through that. Why must we go through it again? And it's starting. I told you I did a video maybe a couple of weeks ago. I said, I'm marking time because here it go. And finally, I wasn't even thinking. I knew of Richardson Hitchins. I knew of him. I know he used to be with Mayweather. He ain't get no airtime. He ain't get no play over there. So he with Eddie Hearn and them. And I was like, damn, Eddie Hearn gonna stock his whole stable up with motherfucking Devin Haney. Devin Haney wannabes. Devin Haney twin brothers. Y'all say I'm wrong. You can't say I'm wrong. That fight that just happened this past weekend with Richardson Hitchins, I don't care what nobody say, he lost that fight. But they gifted him. They gifted him the fight. It won't even a close draw. To me, even if it was a draw, what can you do? But it should have never been edging or leading towards Hitchison. It should have never. Hitchison is a very technical fighter. He can box his ass off. He got the skills. He has no power, and he moves around a lot. Sound like somebody else we know? Do it sound like somebody else we know? Now, if Devin Haney is the creme de la creme, the cream of the crop, if he's the top dog, the face of boxing, shouldn't Richardson Hitchison be that too? What would make two people who damn near simultaneously do the same shit, fight the same kind of way in a sense, why one elevate and the other? And if y'all think I'm going to say one is lighter than the other, I wasn't even going to say that. I'm saying that's when that silver spoon comes into play. Richardson Hitchins don't have B. Diddy in his corner with the moolah and the connects. He don't have that. Devin did. It ain't Devin's fault. It ain't Bill's fault. You should be happy if you got parents that can provide for you more so than what you had growing up or outside the rest of the crew. This is what having a silver spoon in your mouth looks like. You get to be Devin Haney, who makes millions of dollars. I don't see it. You got fighters that Pitbull Cruz is a more exciting fighter than Devin Haney and been knocking motherfuckers out, giving fans what they want. And he ain't even a millionaire. He don't make millions of dollars like Devin. Tank go get diamonds in his teeth on the side like the K9 or behind the K9. Here come Devin. He do the same thing. He got to get a grill. He got to be iced out, mellowed out. And that ain't who you are. And it's actually like, it make a person just shake their head when you know the truth. So I'm just saying, when we look at that fight this past weekend, like I said, Hitchins is a great boxer. Don't get it twisted. If you cannot keep up with this man and you don't have gas in the tank and you can't catch him, this nigga will beat the shit out you all night. He will. And he won't necessarily hurt you or to be real detrimental to you, but he will beat the shit out you. You can pluck somebody in the same spot 20 times and you will see a bruise. So imagine a motherfucker 1-2 in your ass all night long. He that good of a boxer. But so is Devin Haney. They both ain't got no power to get niggas up off them. That guy he fought from Argentina hurt him more times than he hurt that guy. That guy, it was his pace in which the fight went. Hitchison held on, clinching. Sound like somebody else we know? Kept holding on for dear life and everything. He got a gift. Just like Rolly has gotten gifts before, Hitchins got a gift. He got a gift. That guy's crime was he wasn't well known. And he's from another country. He wasn't well known and he wasn't from another country. And you wasn't going to take Eddie Hearn, soon to be premier fighters. Eddie Hearn got 2 Haneys over there. He got twin brothers over there in his stable. Y'all cannot say, I was just sitting there like thinking I'm watching Devin Haney. That's exactly how it was. Lomachenko, in my opinion, beat Devin Haney. That's why Loma cried like he did. I felt like if it was close, the edge should have went to Loma. Again, Loma had the pace. Devin was fighting to his pace, getting tagged and clinched. I ain't say Devin didn't fight back. Same thing I'm not saying about Hitchens. He fought back, caught the dude with some good ass shots that should have set the nigga on his ass. He got no power. Not that kind of power. ATL said Hitchens got beat. He got beat the buck up. Yeah, he did. And that's exactly him and Devin, they the same. But one is a millionaire and act like he's the premier boxer, and his dad got a nerve to say he the face of boxing. Based on what? Based on what metrics? You know, I was never a fan of going into talk about pay-per-view all the time, because that's all that shit that y'all try to do to make it seem like Earl was better than Terrence, and it never was a fact. Y'all still pulling them fast moves. Like my homeboy, I was just talking to him. When Earl got in the ring, he don't see nothing wrong with that. When Earl got in the ring after the Tim Tszyu and Fundora fight, he don't see nothing wrong with it. Every move Bud make, you can't understand it, you don't like it. But guess what? What we find out? That Bud petitioned the WBO back in February, long before Earl said he want the winner. I guess Earl just saying he want the winner. Everybody's supposed to roll the red carpet out and let him do it. Nigga, you couldn't fight because you had an eye surgery, and now that Terrence moved on, then you now all of a sudden you ready to fight. You duck. Y'all niggas need to call him a duck. And then everybody want to talk about what Steven Espinosa made it clear. Who the fuck is Steven? That's right. I said it. Who the fuck is Steven? Steven ain't got no job. The one without no job. He don't run shit over at Prime. Nothing. And then some of the Earl fans, this is what I was told. Oh, he works with Al Heyman now. Bullshit, a lot, though. He don't work with him. The last thing I knew about him having a job was Paramount sending him to CBS Sports, and he would be working for somebody. Highfalutin job nonetheless, but working for somebody. And last time I checked, Steven took the job. But today, we figured it's only fair. We didn't want to waste Bud time. What's this we shit? So we told him, don't wait. No. Go ahead, move on. That nobody saw nothing wrong with that. The Earl Sexuals did not see nothing wrong with Earl Spence getting up in there looking like a linebacker. Hut one, hut two, hut. And it's cool. You don't look bad, Earl. You can be a linebacker. I'm not saying you're a terrible looking guy or whatever, but you fought at 147 and trying to fight at 154. You ain't nowhere near that weight. Talking about I'm next. Then there's the same little hijinks and eye winks. I don't do lines, champ. You about to do a line, nigga. You about to do a line. What the hell you mean you don't do line? Who are you? You are the one who got his ass whipped the worst last year. What you mean you don't do lines? But y'all rock with that. Just like with Devin Haney. I'm the face of boxing. I'm better than Floyd was at my age than when Floyd was my age. I'm the draw. I sell out arenas. No, you don't. No, you don't. And when this fight come up and it don't sell out, and it won't, it probably won't. I don't hope that it don't. I hope it do, but it probably won't. It ain't gonna earn a lot of pay-per-views either. So when after this fight, you gotta break down the three fighters between Tank, between Devin, and between Ryan. Who can argue they should be kind of the face of boxing, or the A side, or the pay-per-view star? Two of them on there can say it. We ain't gotta believe everything. Nobody's gonna say Ryan is the face of boxing. He's never won a championship ever. So he acts out already right there. But the nigga is good for people to fight because You can say he a pay-per-view star. He did something Devin has never done and never came close to doing. But the Devin Haney's fans will say that he is a star, a pay-per-view star. He and his pay-per-views was less than Bud's. But Bud won't shit, but Devin is something. That shit is amazing. You go the distance with fighters that Tank fought and knocked out, but you the best. Y'all see why I'm saying it's starting again? And I can't get on board. You take a boxing fan that could be an actual real boxing fan, and y'all put all this shit together and try to hype them up and putting 20 on 10, it turns off real boxing fans. Not everybody. Not all boxing fans are turned off, but I'm turned off because I see where it can go. I just been through this. We all just been through this. So I see where it can go. So for me, Devin Haney and Richardson Hitchins is the same. Whatever level that you got Hitchins on, that's realistically the level that Devin Haney is on. Nobody, you can be on the bottom level and have all the skills in the world. You ain't did nothing yet. Can't call yourself a face of boxing based on what metric? You can't call yourself a pay-per-view star based on what numbers? Ryan can say it legitimately. He can say it, whether we feel it or not, because nobody can quantify or qualify who was there for Ryan and who was there for Tank. No, that is a survey that can never be done and found out. But because it was both Tank and Ryan going to the dance together, they both get the prize. They are pay-per-view stars. Ryan can turn right around and say, see, fucking with you, Haney. That's why ain't nobody come to my shit, man. You boring. Don't nobody want to come up in here with you and blah, blah, blah. People can say that. They can say that. What can Devin say? Devin has yet to show that he's a pay-per-view star. I ain't say he can't box. I ain't say he extraordinary. I ain't say he ain't the goods. I ain't say none of that. But he ain't the face of boxing, and he ain't a pay-per-view star. And he's not a draw. And if y'all could stay there for years and say that Mayweather was boring because he was more technical than most people, what you think Devin Haney is? And I'm just saying, anybody could come up here and tell me that there's a major difference between Richardson Hitchins. I'm willing to listen, educate me, because they are the same fighter. Both of them the same. They twins in this boxing world. Jerry Tasker is in the building. What's poppin', King? He said, you tripping. Haney far more proven than Hitchins. Why? Because Bill say so? Because B. Diddy say so? And I'm not a Haney fan. Yeah, Haney, Devin had the silver spoon. He got to get the one leg up, and he didn't have to go through stuff like a Hitchins had to go through. And that's shout out to Bill. Bill was supposed to do that for his kid. Anybody saying it's wrong, the only person who run from that criticism is Bill Haney and them. Your boy was a silver spoon. He avoided all the pitfalls and rabbit holes that everybody else had to go through. But when you look at them as fighters, they the same. Jerry Taxer having one good pay-per-view match does not make you. Then why, Bill? I get it. I ain't gonna disagree with you all the way. But you know why that has to be said? It's because the Haneys, Bill Haney, in fact, aka B. Diddy, likes to tell everybody that Devin is a pay-per-view star and he's the face of boxing and all that. And they put him on a pedestal. Like he's better than Floyd was at 25. That's what they say. So now you have to come back, Jerry. It's only natural that somebody come back and make comparisons or point out the obvious. Yo, how you saying that? Devin Haney has not done nothing no different than Richard Hitchison. He hasn't. ATL said, you tripping tonight. I ain't tripping. I'm talking facts. When I saw that fight, it came to me. I was like, damn. That ain't nothing but Devin Haney and Loma Chico right there. And like clockwork, they gave it to Hitchins. He lost that fight. Have you ever heard Hitchins really talk about it? Like, I don't care. Oh, he was butthurt that people saw that he lost that fight. And they gifted him. You know what, look, to each his own. Take your gifts when you can get them, young man. Take them when you can get them. But don't turn around and act like you above everything. You beyond reproach when you not. You be gifted. Whether you're gifted not to starve when you starting out your career like Devin, had everything given to him and stuff. I ain't say he ain't a hard worker. Don't mix the two. What he put in the gym and on the road running, that ain't given. He does that. So we clear. But it's easy to do that shit when you come and eat 3 squares a meal, live in a nice fresh house, drive a nice new car, and you ain't hungry. It's easy to do that stuff. What about the fellas who ain't got a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out of? Remember when Floyd was talking about he used to take the opportunities when he can to go spar people, where he sparred Pernell Whitaker, and he went over to other gyms, and sometimes he be in the hotel, and all he have is a little teeny bag of Cheetos. Remember that shit? You think Devin had them days? Then only and this that it shows the arrogance is what I'm saying, and the spoiledness of that whole crew. B Diddy, aka Bill Haney, has a mouthpiece. He can talk. He's a great talker. That is his gift from God. He can talk, and he's funny, and all that good stuff. All I'm saying, Bill, you do got a hot commodity in your son, but he ain't what you say he is, and y'all need to quit. Because now we rolling right into this delusional state of mind that we just went through with Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford. They should have been enough. Them two going through all that stuff we went through with them, that should have been enough. Jared Tass said, HR capping and promoting for his son. I don't know what you mean by HR capping and promoting for his son. Just like Danny Garcia, Dad, Lopez, Dad, and the rest. It's one thing to cap for your son. It's another thing to lie. Floyd Sr. always bigged up Floyd Jr. Always talk, good about his son, like when he was just talking boxing fact. But then Floyd back up everything. Did Floyd ever say he was a pay-per-view star and he wasn't? That's what the Haneys did. Did Floyd ever say he was better than everybody at 25? Like did Floyd sit up there and say, Sugar Ray Robinson, I'm better than him at my age at 25 than he was at 25. Floyd ever say shit like that? Who came out with calling somebody B Diddy or Puff Daddy or whatever? That was Bill. Bill called Floyd that first. In the boxing community, he was the first one to compare Puff Daddy to one of those boxers as an insult. And now they doing it to him or his son. And they be acting like that people wrong for that. No, you do it. You do it. And then you act like people can't say nothing. Another prime example, when he said something about Garcia's dad hair. A lot of men feel insecure or feel a certain kind of way about the fact that they losing their hair or got a toupee or something. That won't for the world to know. He ain't sit up there and announce it to the world, but Bill wanted to clown him. Then he turned around and called him nappy-headed. And then Bill and them get mad and act like he gonna rally all the black people. That's another thing I can't. One thing I cannot stand, and I see this a little bit with them, not a lot. They tolerable for now, but I really can't stand it. As I hate, Jerry always say he hate when everything turned black and white, but some things are. But I hate when that's the go-to. Also, Jerry, I hate when B Diddy, aka Bill Haney, try to rally the black folks to go against Garcia's because he called him nappy-headed. Well, your hair, with all due respect, is nappy, and it looked at nappy. It actually looked like you didn't comb your hair. There's people older than me who be like, why that guy don't comb his hair? Too old for that shit. B Diddy know in our day, because we probably about around the same age. In our day, niggas had to comb their hair. All this walking around with that nappy shit and not combing your hair, that wasn't tolerable. And B Diddy came from that day and era. You know what I'm saying? Jerry Tax said, has Hitchison fought and beat Loma or dominated Regis? Has Tank fought Loma and dominated Regis? We can ask these questions all day. But who is better? Who make the more money? Who is better? Tank. Where it counts, he's better. Y'all men are the one that put everything on a nigga, how much he got money and all this stuff. Tank got the money. What you want me to say? That's y'all metrics as men. That is y'all metrics. Who got more money, Tank or Devin? What you think Tank would have did to Loma or Regis? That's the question. But you saying it like just because Devin did it, he's like the second coming. Whatever Devin do is the second coming. Like you see how Devin left his promotional company and signed with Top Rank just to get them belts? I'm clapping for you. I'm clapping for the sacrifice. But don't brag about something if that ain't really you all the way across the board. That's how you walk yourself into something. What a sacrifice to fight Tank. You know what time it is. Goddamn. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know I don't agree with this. Just like y'all said about Bud. I don't feel like people always got to line themselves up with PBC, but guess what? PBC ain't budging on that shit. Devin, let me see the sacrifice. Get out your contract with Eddie Hearn again and go sign the PBC and fight Tank. Because that's the only way you probably going to get that fight. Go ahead, let's see how much you want to sacrifice. I bet he don't do it. I bet he won't do it. And the ball is in his court. Jerry said hesitant for it. Okay. ATL said Devin did way more and has way better resume. He's been around the world to accomplish what he has. Sounds like hate. I'm not, listen, who has he fought but them handful of people, and most of them what y'all call them, leftovers from Tank. And as far as he is the same. You cannot say that's hate when I can look at one fighter and look at another fighter and see they the same. Can anybody back me up? I'm gonna drop this link because y'all tripping. Anybody hit the link, come through and explain how they different. You can't. You cannot explain how Richardson Hitchins and Devin Haney is different. You can't. They look, everything you could say to big up Devin Haney, you could say that for Richardson Hitchins. Now, if you want to talk about the opportunities, the Silver Spoon himself gonna get the opportunities. That's because of who he is. He's B Diddy's son. And B Diddy had money to make the connects, to get it how they want. Devin Haney came in the game with a perfect little setup for himself. His own promotion, working with Eddie Hearn, where he ain't really locked down. They work together. Who else get that? How do you get that? You ain't get that just because you Devin Haney and you all that. That's not how you got it. You didn't need nobody. You know, if it was you getting it from the mud, why you ain't signed with Floyd? I mean, in the long run, we know. I don't know. You gotta think about that before you sign over there with Mayweather Promotion. However, isn't that what you came up under? Why you ain't signed with Floyd? He was right there. Because Floyd wouldn't have gave y'all no upper hand like Eddie Hearn did. He wouldn't have did it. Jerry said one is proven and the other is not. Jerry, prove it. How is he not? Richardson Hitchins is undefeated. Devin Haney is undefeated. Devin Haney has had more opportunities to have fights. True enough, because while Richardson Hitchins signed with Mayweather, he wasn't getting no fights. So Devin leads him on that part. Devin Haney is a technical fighter. He knows how to move, keep his head on the swivel. He is a technical boxer, and he has a gas tank. Watch this. Richardson Hitchins knows how to move, keep his head on the swivel. He's a technical boxer, and he's fast, and he got a gas tank. What's the difference? Twins. They are twins. Jerry said, look at his opponents. T, look at Devin's. You cannot be serious. Jerry, other than the leftovers that Devin has fought after Tank and some of them that and Loma and Regis, okay, whoop-dee. Again, I conceded Jerry opportunity. Devin has had a better go at it than Richardson Hitchins. But Devin also has a laundry list of opponents. We don't know who the fuck they are and what they was doing. And I can look at two fighters and tell they the same type of fighter. I would love to see them two fight. You want to impress me? How about that, Jerry? They both with Eddie Hearn. Make the fight, Eddie. Put Richardson Hitchins and Devin Haney. Want to impress us? Do that. You said, well, Hitchins did not look too good technically boxing last weekend. He didn't, Jerry. I agree. But neither did Devin when he fought Loma. Come on, Jerry. Come on with that bullshit. Come on. I put the link in the chat, y'all. Y'all can clue in or whatever. However y'all want. Y'all can chime in. Devin Haney and Richardson Hitchins is the same. They the same. Y'all don't want to hear that. I know. It's all good. Y'all don't want to hear it. But it's the facts. You can't say it's not. Don't hit me up with how one got more opportunity, one is more lucky. How did Loma get the opportunities he got? He was more lucky than most people. That is not a metric to say, you know. They both undefeated. They both got their zeros. Now let's compare. Let's compare their skills. You're going to say Richardson Hitchins ain't skillful? That motherfucker all kinds of skillful. Just like Devin. He moves around. He don't stay in one place. And he quick. He's known for being quick. Devin ain't. But Devin just, he's good enough quick. They the same. Them two the same. But one get paid $7 million, $5 million, whatever to do fights for what? What arena did Devin sell out? What pay-per-view did he master? Like, I'm trying to figure that shit out. Jared said, yeah, they have similar styles. I'll go along with that, but that's about it. They the same fighter, Jared. One had better opportunity than the other. That's all. That's all. Don't think that Richardson Hitchins would not have fought all those guys and probably would have had the same result. They the same. They the same. One got it better or had a better go of it as far as their career than the other one. One had more opportunities and all that. And that speaks more to the silver spoon side of the house. Bill had money. He could afford his son opportunities. Richardson Hitchins did not. He couldn't afford the opportunities that Bill could give his son. Bill is not wrong for giving his son, but that's the difference. That is all the difference. Jerry said Devin beat Loma, outworked him and beat him. No, I don't see that, Jerry. I didn't see that. I ain't see that. Oh, nobody want to come in and say I'm wrong? All right. I just be tripping. To my friend, we still be on that Terrence and Earl stuff. Because when Earl got in the ring, Earl did what he wanted to do. I ain't mad at Earl living his life the way he want to live and trying to get what he can get. If people dumb enough to give him shit and put him in front of people, then, hey, that's what it is. But when he got in that ring, my friend was so convinced. Because Dan Raphael said, and such said, no, they wrong. Because Earl never fought at 154. He shouldn't be in line to do shit. The only belt that gives you the guarantee to be next in line or cut in front of somebody is a WBO belt. Anyway, all the other belts do not do that. But if you were undisputed, and then you could drop your belts and go up to the next, weight class and kind of get some kind of head of the line privilege or whatever. Or, even if Earl had dropped the 3 belts and went up there and said, I want to fight somebody. I mean, they can make him number 2 contender, rank him number 2 or 3 or whatever the case. But Earl, you lost. In fact, you got the worst ass whooping last year. In fact, you got the worst ass whooping in 5 years. In fact, you got the worst ass whooping in the last decade. You lost. So I don't see how it made sense to jump up in there. And that same friend would tell you he don't understand how Keith Thurman got to be mandatory a number 1 contender with the WBC. Even though I broke that down too. I agree. People ain't going to like it. But when Keith Thurman gave up his belts, he made that deal with Mauricio to be the what they call it. Shit, I forgot the name that quick. Not interim. The Emeritus belt. That's what he made the deal. And while we wasn't paying attention and just laughing it up at how weak Keith Thurman was, most of y'all, and just how you had to drop the belt, get the fuck out the way. Yeah, nigga, get out the way. He made that deal to secure himself. So he wrong for making that deal? But all y'all Eurosexuals had a problem with that. How Keith get the fight? How? Because Keith took care of Keith. So see how we can explain that one? But you can't explain Errol Spence thinking he's supposed to get in line before Terrence. Can't explain it. My friend feels like that Fundora fucked up the money for everybody because Tim Tszyu should have won, but he forget. And if you listen, friend, you can come through us and tell it yourself. You forget when we was talking, you said that you hope Fundora win. You didn't want Tim Tszyu to win. But now you're saying Tim Tszyu winning, Fundora winning, fucked up the bag for everybody. No. He fucked up the bag for your boy. That's all that was. Your boy didn't get what he want. That's all it was. That's that Earl sexual lingering in him. He didn't get what he want. He didn't get what he want. Because the minute he said, champ, I'm sorry, I don't do lines. Why? You speaking like you a badass motherfucker, like you put the smack down on somebody. And the last time we seen you, you was getting your ass whipped from pillar to post. What you mean you don't do lines? You never fought at this weight class, and you coming up to the weight class beltless, demanding what? How you cut in front of the people that's been at the weight class. There's a way to cut the line. Terrence Crawford actually has that way. He has the belts, and he's doing it the right way. Now, then everybody say, oh, he asked for, he been said he wanted the winner. Just because you said that don't mean we got to give it to you. Terrence Crawford been asked for the winner too, and he did it in paperwork in February before Errol Spence said, I want the winner. What y'all mean? But that's what we dealing with. That's what I'm saying. There's still that same Earl sexual shit, and y'all rolling it over to Devin. And y'all need to stop. You make fans move away from Devin, from all the BS and putting 20 on 10. Come on, shawty. Bill, did you pay Ryan Garcia that $20,000? He proved it. He showed it to you. Jared said it's one thing to be given an opportunity. It's a whole other thing to take advantage of the opportunities. Hitchins just last weekend should have lost and would have squandered his. Jared, it's not about coulda, woulda, shouldas. And you're missing the point, Jared. Devin Haney from day one has had more opportunities than most other fighters. I'm not saying there's no other fighters in boxing that got opportunities or had opportunities like Devin. I'm saying for the most part, especially if we're going to compare Hitchins and Devin, they're the same. Devin had more opportunities. Of course, Hitchins took opportunities when he could, but they were far and in between. It's almost like they shelved him. That's why he left Mayweather. You can't say that that's not true when you know it's true. Devin Haney has always had the upper hand for himself, and good for him. But because he has had the upper hand and he didn't have to follow the rocky road that everybody else did, or the pathway that everybody else did, and the rabbit holes that everybody else fell into, he didn't have that. He had good representation and good people to look out for him. Nobody's blaming him for that. But because of that, and then him getting paid like he do, then he got the big head over there because they say some crazy outlandish shit that they cannot back up. If Devin Haney is the face of boxing, then why is he the face of boxing? It ain't because of no pay-per-view. It ain't because he's selling out arenas. It ain't because he is an exciting fighter. So why is he the face of boxing? Why do Bill and them say that that's what he is? That he is the bomb.com, that he's the alpha and the omega. Why do they say that? What metrics are they going by? So I have to say, since he ain't none of those other things, his boxing skill. Do Devin Haney got boxing skills? He sure do. He a bad motherfucker. And to be this young like that, yes. So is Richardson Hitchins. They both. What's the real big difference between the two? Devin had more opportunity. He had it better. That's the only difference. That's the only difference. That's all I'm saying, Jerry. And Jerry, yes, Richardson Hitchins lost. And so did Devin Haney. But you have your opinion, and and I have mine, but I ain't alone when I say that a lot of people thought that Loma won. I have never, ever, 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 ever been a Lomachenko fan. Never. Never. Y'all don't hardly ever hear me talking about him. I ain't a hater neither. Just because I'm not a big fan of somebody, that don't mean I hate them. That's what I say about Devin. But I'm not going to let y'all go to the Pro Bowl and put Devin Haney up on a pedestal when he ain't earned it yet. That's all I'm saying. Our money is in the building. What's popping, King? He said, Miss T. Joseph Bailey is in the building. He said, Miss T. What's up? What's good? What's good, Joseph? Jared said, none of that crap. It does. It don't matter because you can't win this argument. That's whenever people start saying none of that matters, it does. If it wouldn't matter, Jared, if that's not what the Haneys be saying. Y'all missed that point. The Haneys bring this on themselves. B. Diddy be saying this shit and bring it on himself. He make people have to go to these research or go to these metrics to be like, I don't understand what you're saying, B. Diddy. He said the PBC does not want to do business with Crawford. They have proven that, likely because Crawford has said that he will not sign with the PBC. But Jared, they did at one point want to do business with Crawford. The fact that the fight happened, yeah, because Earl wanted that. But they wanted it. The fact that they tried to negotiate no money, it was an insult. You can't get mad. I don't ever get mad at Devin for wanting too much. I'm not mad at that. He can feel like he the best. But can you at least earn the shit before you start tooting your horn? You gonna say in real time that at 25 you was better than Floyd Mayweather. Where? In your boxing career. Then if I say, would he ever been to the Olympics? Or none of that matter. It don't matter. Why it don't matter? Because you're comparing yourself to a man who was an Olympian and by all accounts really should have been a gold medalist, but wound up getting the bronze. That's who you're comparing yourself to. Based on what? I don't care that he getting all this money. He always been getting all this money because he had the silver spoon. But when I look, just take away all the pay-per-view, take away the silver spoon, take away all that, and just look at them in the ring and tell me they are not the same fighter. And you cannot say, none of us can say, that if Richardson Hitchins did not have more opportunities like Devin Haney had, that they would be neck and neck. You can't say it. You know I'm right, Jerry. My bad. Let me go back and say, they have proven that likely because, oh, okay, I read all that. Jerry said, yeah, Haney not the face of boxing. Never said that. I ain't never said you did, Jerry. But you can't come in and debate. You got to think about what you be debating and listen to what I'm actually saying. I'm not saying Devin Haney is bad. I'm saying you putting 20 on 10. You know, when Whitney Houston has always had her voice. When she first came out with that song, You Give Good Love, and that thing blew up just like Mariah Vision of Love blew up when that was their first song that was introduced to the public. Do they then an album after that say I'm the best singer of all time, better than Aretha Franklin, better than do you do shit like that, Jerry? You don't. You don't. In order for you to be what Devin and them think that he's on the level of a Sugar Ray Robinson or somebody, or Leonard, Sugar Ray Leonard, or Tommy Hearns, who has Devin fought on the order of those guys? What wars? You say Mayweather, I could tell you a lot of wars. Corrales, Chop Chop Corley, Baltimore, Manfredo, Freddie or whatever, Castillo, even Madonna. We can say a lot. Devin Haney don't have not one fight equal to any of those fights that I just said, but he better than Floyd Mayweather at 25 than when Floyd was 25. Get the fuck out of here. At 25, Floyd was an Olympian, bronze medal. Like I said, the whole world saw it. Even the ref saw it. And he should have been gold. And Floyd went on to have 50 fights, no defeats, and make the most money. And you know why that is? Because Floyd actually wanted what God wanted for him. God gives you talent. God gives you all these perks. And if you work hard at anything, God gonna bless you because you want it. But he'll never let you maximize because that's not what he wants you to do. Whenever you're trying to do something and it seems way difficult and it shouldn't be difficult and it seems, it should be easy to you, then that's a hint that that's not what God want to place you. But he gave you that talent. He gave you that desire and you worked hard at it. You made the choice. He gave you free will to choose to work hard at it. And because you worked hard at it, I'm going to reward you, young guy. I'm going to reward you. But I ain't going to reward you like I reward Floyd because I specifically wanted Floyd to be what he was. And Floyd dream and desires just happened to match up with what God wanted. And that's why he was able to maximize it. That's how it works, y'all. Well, whatever God you pray to. Jerry said one fight that they were forced into, then somehow denied Crawford the contractually agreed to the rematch. Crawford was not trying to break the rematch, Jerry. But Crawford didn't do it. Crawford can't make people get in the ring with him. And anybody talk about anything about Steven Espinosa said, y'all are hilarious. Steven Espinosa does not work at Amazon Prime, and he does not work at PBC. I didn't get the memo. None of us got the memo, i.e. article. We didn't get that. The last article we knew, Steven Espinosa worked at CBS. He back in the woodwork somewhere. He got shit to do with why Bud gonna make the move he make or whatever. So please stop telling me about what Steven said. Fuck what Steven said. He ain't got shit to do with Bud or Earl for that matter. He don't run shit. Ain't nobody got to work with him. That's just how it is. You can say it. Look what Hitchison did last week, talking about neck and neck. Jerry, I agree with you. Hitchison lost. The only part that we disagree is that Lomachenko won with Devin Haney. And that's just how I see it. We'll have to agree to disagree, Jerry. But I agree with you that Hitchison lost. But I also agree that Devin Haney lost to Loma. Tay is in the building. What's Poppy King? He said, who is B. Diddy? For those of y'all who don't know who B. Diddy is, I'm picking this up off the YouTube channels. Bill and some guy, hey, if that guy out there that coined that phrase, B Diddy. He need to come on my show. I would love to have him on there so he could break it down to you. But it was a guy that Bill was going back and forth with him. He called him B Diddy. Now Bill might get mad and feel like, man, with all this puffy shit going on, why you gonna lump me in with this dude? I ain't nothing like him. I can agree with you, B Diddy. But then you say that about Floyd? Balance the scales, Bill. You can't say that shit about Floyd and get mad if somebody say that about you. So that's why I call him B Diddy. Floyd was Puff Daddy. That what you called him, didn't it? And Floyd had never called you anything like that. In fact, we didn't even, that was the first time I even knew that y'all had a situation with Floyd. So Floyd ain't come out publicly and say nothing. That was Bill. That's just how it was. Joseph Bailey said Devin knockout power is suspect. Most of his fights are won by decision. And that's how it always is. But Joseph, let me ask you this. Can you say the same about Richardson Hitchins? He ain't no knockout artist. Him and Devin is the same. I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all are looking at twins. And Eddie Hearn got both of them. Jerry said, Joseph, so was most of Floyd's fights in his entire time at welterweight. We know why, Jerry. Why make that argument? Didn't Floyd tell you after he fought Castillo, he broke his hands? His hands won't never the same. Didn't he say that? So why say that? Why try to counter? Did Devin break his hands? Is Devin messed up? No, he not. You say you ain't a fanboy of Devin, but you acting like it. You was already proven wrong, Jerry, with the Errol Spence shit. You was the wrong as the day is long. Lest we not forget. I'm telling y'all, this shit is starting again. Y'all can't let B Diddy back you into a corner to start this whole Earl and Crawford thing up again with Devin and whoever else. With Tank. Every time Devin fight, he uses Tank name for clout. Dude, I am not lying. Ryan used to do that shit too. Did a whole show on it. Couldn't stand that shit. Worry about your own fight. You always talk about Tank this, Tank that, Tank that. Tank is better than you in all the ways that you can count. And until you beat Tank, you ain't better than them. It is what it is. People can say that with a straight face and don't have to be big Tank fans. I'm not a big Tank fan because he don't do what I like. He don't fight the people. He cherry pick or he pick what he want to pick. But I think Tank could beat all the people if he just pick them. General Big Fish is in the building. What's popping, King? He said, Miss T, what's good? ATX Red 41 Slab Life. What's popping, King? He said, yo, what's popping? Then he said, that voice. You always say that about my voice. Our money. General Big Fish, what's up? General to Al. 231, my brother, what's up, fam? And Jerry saying, fighters live with broken and hurt hands. Not all use it as an excuse. Joe Calzaghe had terrible hands his whole career. Never heard of it before. Jerry, call it an excuse. I can't argue. If that's how you see it as an excuse, I can't argue that. But Floyd was knocking motherfuckers out before he said he broke his hands. And then he had to try something else. And he always told you, no matter what, I'm that good, I'll find a way to win. This nigga would say shit like, I beat people with my B, C, and D plan. I don't never even, he said, I barely have run a fight with my A plan. It's up for the people that get in the ring to make him work for it. And people did. Emmanuel Augustus, that was a hella fight with Floyd and him. Chop Corey, a hella fight. Corrales one-sided because Floyd whooped his ass. But knowing who Corrales is, that was hella fight. John got I said John got it. What's his name? Gotti, dude. Whatever his name, God rest his soul, and Corrales, God rest his soul. When he fought Gotti, or whatever that guy's name is in Jersey, that dude was whipping ass. He's a hella fighter. Floyd beat the brakes off his ass. Kind of like that ass whooping Errol Spence took last year. It's kind of like that. So So Florida has had many years where he was knocking motherfuckers out. But when he broke his hands, he told you what was up. He never told you in the fight, at the end of a fight. He told you in between fights when he was off. My hands, they're fucked up. I can't do those stuff no more. I can't go hard in the paint like that no more. I got brittle hands. That's what he said. He never made the excuse leading up to the fight, in the fight, at the end of the fight when they talked to him, or even days or so after. And then we don't know what he would said if he had lost. But there was a couple of fights that Floyd has fought with his hand was done. We seen that with Tank and Pitbull Cruz. Look at Rolly. Rolly to me was handling the fuck out of Tank. He won't handle in Pitbull Cruz. Not at all. Not for a second. That's why I said I wanted to see the Tank and Pitbull Cruz rematch. This time both of them get a full count and they know they fighting each other. What did Tank say at the end of the fight? Usually what you say right there at the end is the most honest. Hell no. No. Tank was like, no. I ain't doing that. But I'm just saying, in the end of the day, yo, all I'm saying is that, B Diddy out here looking kind of crazy because he done put his foot in his mouth so many times. And I'm not picking on you, B Diddy. I'm just saying the truth. You said a lot of stuff that don't make sense to nobody but y'all. And we just calling you on it. Because I don't want to go another 5 years with this bull crap. What is the difference? Can anybody? I dropped the link. General Big Fish, maybe you ain't scared to tell me. Can anybody tell me? I'll shut up and listen. What is the difference? Other than the opportunities that Devin was allowed to get or who he signed with and the money he make, because that's what they pay him. Not make from the door. Not make from pay-per-view because he ain't no sellout arena type nigga and he ain't no damn pay-per-view star. So other than that basic thing that Devin Haney had got with his boxing career, basically having a silver spoon. And hey, I'm gonna tell you, Devin Haney, if I could have a silver spoon, I would embrace it. I would want it. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That means you had a good life. But outside of him having the opportunities that he was able to get, what is the difference between Devin Haney and Richardson Hitchins when they step in the ring? Can anybody tell me that? And I doubt somebody could. And this, I'm going to leave with this one. Bumgarner and Clarissa Shields, they get into it. I wish one of them would come on my show. I would love to interview either one. Now, Bumgarner, when she first said that challenge to Clarissa Shields, I thought she was cloud chasing a little bit. I did. I thought, I was like, why all of a sudden you just, because you in hot water. And she proved her case that she was innocent, by the way. But she was in hot water. And so she was using Clarissa's name or just trying to climb up out of that. And the reason why I don't get so upset, because I'd rather her to be talking about realistic shit, both of them, than to be talking about you can't fight it. You can fight a dude. I'd rather that than to be talking about you won't Keith Thurman, Clarissa, or you acting like the dude cheated. That's the only reason why he knocked you down in sparring. He knocked you down because he hit you hard and you went down. But they going back and forth, and it's fair game to them. They both boxers. They both female boxers, so they can get in the ring with each other. But at this point, I don't know who clout chasing, who capping. I don't know. I never understood Clarissa Shields' anger. Like I just never did. Or why she be like, I'm the GOAT. Like she gave herself that name and all this stuff. Then when they start talking about who looked like what, I was like, oh no, y'all gonna go there. All that Bumgarner said is, I'm the best and blah blah. You know how she always talking and she put up her arm and then she said I look sexy doing it. She never said Clarissa wasn't sexy. She just was talking about how sexy she looked. And Clarissa said, don't even talk about sexiness. Like you trying to say that she not? Like, don't go there, ladies. Don't. And I know that I know I can see it above God. Like she don't want to say it, but she at one point you just gonna say it. Say it. Say it with your chest. Say what you think. You know, I didn't like, they female boxers. What the looks got to do with it? When, but I get it. The guy's gonna be like who looked the best or whatever the case may be, and it's kind of unfair to do to any boxer, any female boxer, to go into those kind of talks. But if y'all gonna talk about it as females, then go ahead and say what you really mean. Now, Baumgartner is asserting that Clarissa is jealous of her and always have been, but it's she tiptoeing around it. But I'm a girl and I know what the fuck she's saying. Every girl listening, we knew what the fuck she really saying. But you tiptoeing around it. Okay, cool. And you basically saying she wish she was you. It's kind of like what Tank and them say about Devin. Everything Devin do, Tank. Everything the Tank do, Devin go and do it. And y'all can't say I'm lying. Since when did Tank like when Tank got the diamonds in the teeth, that was new. He got the money too to do it. Devin got the money. What he go do? He go do the same thing. Why? When he was wearing the gold teeth and all, that's clearly not Devin. Trying to wear grills and ice out and all that. Why you doing all that? It's not you. It's not you, for real. I can see Devin riding in a Prius. Now, there ain't nothing wrong with a Prius or a nerdy car or something like that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But he clearly appears to look like he wish he was Tank. But just by the things he do. Just sorry. And every time he got a fight, they always talking about Tank. They always talking about him. When they clearly can talk about other things and whatnot, but you always talk about him. Now, Alicia do have to, going back to Alicia and Clarissa, Alicia do have to pull herself out of the hole that she fell in. I don't know if she was ever guilty or not. I just know her final results, they found her not guilty or whatever. And when she was going through it, Clarissa was, she wasn't as doggish to her. She wasn't the people like, you cheat. Oh, you cheat. She never said nothing to her like that I heard. But once she get cleared, Clarissa want to throw that in her face and say, you ain't nothing but a cheat or whatever. And I was like, you didn't say it when the case was open. That's crazy. They said, now I know why she stayed that small or blah, 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 blah. Alicia claims, and I've seen her do many interviews, she claims that she eats healthy. She's much like a Terrence Crawford in the way she eats and take care of her body. I ain't saying in the way she fight. And Terrence Crawford is probably more lined up with Clarissa because he considered that his little sister, and that's out his own mouth. So I'm just saying Terrence Crawford respects his temple, and that's why he had the success that he does. Well, Alicia says she does the same thing. She also claimed that she was always built and cut up like that. And it was a thing that it's a gift for certain, but it's also it's like a gift and a curse. Because even though you hit the jackpot having that figure or whatever, the muscles and shit, I think, but there'll be a lot of people out there that don't think so. A lot of people out there would think that, that's nasty. Well, hey, that's the way the world works. You hit the jackpot if you discipline enough to stick to a regimen of eating right and all that. That's the jackpot. But a lot of people out there might think, oh, she lying. Now, Clarissa has fought at 168, I think 160. She might have fought at 154, but she said she'll go down as low as 154. Now, Alicia has come up from 135 to 140 to 147. Alicia wants her to fight at 147. Now, Clarissa has said something concerning another fighter. I don't know if it was in the MMA realm. She said she'll fight that person at 147. So Alicia got a point when she says, if you're going to fight that person at 147, then fight me at 147. Clarissa is saying she don't want to go that low, and she ain't going to give her that. She just trying to have an upper hand. But y'all been talking about it so long, it's realistically speaking, Clarissa, you can get down to 147. And be very comfortable and probably be better. Because women is different for women than men. The smaller we are, the more healthier, the more athletic, the more abilities we have. Whereas men, when y'all put on muscle and all that, it just caters to you like that. But for us, the smaller we are, the more agile, the more flexible, the more everything. We are at our best. So going to 147, Clarissa might be really showing out when she get in that ring and fight Baumgartner. And Baumgartner had to come up. I don't think that Baumgartner took steroids or pills or whatever to stay small. I personally don't think it, because it doesn't work like that for women. It don't. It will probably have the opposite effect. Make your ass huge. Because those things is in the family of testosterone, right? Somebody let me know. So it could have made them huge. And she ain't huge. And never really have been. The problem I see for Alicia is if you go up so many weight, you're going to get stuck there. You're in your 30s. You said it yourself, you're 30. Once you hit 30, everything changed for a woman. Big time. You lose a lot of power and you lose a lot of muscle. More so than guys. I think that change hits them in their 40s. For us, it's 30s. So you now got to work for stuff that used to just really come naturally or innate in you. Now you got to work for it. Like that big ass gun you got on that arm, you gonna have to work to keep that motherfucker, because it's gonna start dissipating. You'll see. But I can't be one to be overly critical of both of them and say, oh, they shouldn't be talking and saying those things like I was on Clarissa about talking about fighting Keith Thurman, or some about that knockout, the dude who knocked it down, or whatever the case may be. Because they both fighters, they both females, and they both could potentially fight each other. So talk all the shit you want. I really don't know who is capping and who is clout chasing. That's, I was going to, like I said, drop the link. Ask y'all to tell me who y'all think is capping and all that in that regards. I don't have no criticism for either one. A lot of times in their exchange, I be agreeing with Alicia, and I like them both. I just do, because even when they confronted each other and Alicia was giving her the hand, Clarissa put her hands on her. Now, why you do that? Her response to shit has gotten better. Talking about Clarissa, but it's weird. And I'm not saying you're a man, but you respond like dudes do when they young. You like when you grabbing her hand and you pushing her and like, I'm gonna knock her ass out. I'm the GOAT. All that bullshit. That shit is such a turnoff. I'm sorry, it is. And I like Clarissa. I so hate when she does that. But it's fair game with her and Alicia going back and forth with each other. Where Alicia be making points. I saw when she made the point about when you got knocked down, and she didn't bring it up. Somebody brought it to her, and she spoke her mind. She said the same thing a lot of us was thinking. You got mad at that, Clarissa. So that's why I say a lot of times when they go back and forth, I see Alicia's point. I don't understand why you was kind of supportive and not saying much while the case was open. But as soon as when Alicia's case closed, you want to label her and let it stick to her as a drug cheat, even though if she was cheating, she got away with it. But and I don't condone it at all. But I'm just saying she was found innocent. She had to go through the process. And now that the process over, now you want to label her as that. And That's kind of messed up because that's not what you were saying when it was open. You had a decent heart. You was like, nah, it ain't my, like, basically it ain't my business. I ain't getting into it. A lot of fighters do that. A lot of fighters. The only fighters that get into it back and forth when you find somebody cheating is people who can fight each other. And I get that. I get that. That's why I say I can't really critique Clarissa neither and say that she shouldn't be saying exactly what she say. But it just, it's crazy. Y'all got to make the fight now. Y'all really do got to make that motherfucking fight. Because I want to see it. And I think Clarissa can get to 147. But if Clarissa feels she ain't going no lower, that's her prerogative. I don't think Alicia can go up. As much as I think Clarissa can come down. That's the thing. Sorry, y'all. I think Alicia can cap it off at 147. I don't think she can get no higher. But I do think Clarissa can come down. That's just my personal thought pattern. Because I don't care what size you are, you can always lose weight. But you can't necessarily bulk up and get bigger real fast. I mean, you can if you eating a bunch of buns and biscuits and shit, and on purposely trying to gain weight. But being your natural habitat, I mean, Alicia, even if she was trying to gain weight, it would be hard pressed for her to keep it on. Even if she was eating big and all that, because all the exercise she would have to do to be in shape for that night, she'll barely make it to 147. But that's why I said, Clarissa, you can come down. You can come down real easy. Why you don't have the fight, go ahead and, lose your weight. Just like I don't give no pass for Earl Spence when y'all were talking about, he was weight training and all that. The nigga knew he was fighting in the summer. And he knew that since the beginning of the year. The fuck you mean he was weight training? I can't hear that. He also said he was going to fight November 19th with or without Terrence, and he didn't do that. And by December 3rd, which would be a couple of weeks later, he fat as a motherfucker. So, no, I don't give passes for some people or whatever. She said Clarissa wasn't 147 since she was 16, but she's a female and she's a certain height. She can get to 147 is what I said, ATL. She can get to 147 if she want to. That shit about, 16, I could never, nah, dude. She ain't that much old. She 29? No, you can't say that. If she was my age, saying, girl, I can't get to no weight I was at 16, I'll feel you. That makes more sense. But to be 20-something, she's 29 or something like that, and you talking about what you can't do, you can. You can get down there. You just have to change up how you eat. She can go completely vegan and get there real quick. Easy. She's 29. It can be done. And she can go back up in weight and come down. She can do that better than Alicia can get up to 154. That ain't even her body frame. Not yet. He said, who is Alicia for her to come down for her? She a fighter that y'all both talking shit. I mean, we all know that Clarissa got all the accolades. Alicia said she'll knock your ass out. Well, Clarissa, hey, you've been looking for somebody to challenge you. You ran to every mic and said you the GOAT. You be hollering that. You gave yourself that name. The fans didn't give it to you. You gave yourself that name. And guess what? I can't be mad because you got all the accolades to back up why you said what you said. I cannot look at that lady and say, why she even call herself to go? Why she saying that shit? Even though that's a question I would like to ask. But when you 2-time Olympic gold medal and do all the stuff, 3 times undisputed, I mean, what the fuck? She can say these things. But you also have to take into account it's not much competition where she is. There ain't many fighters. She don't have a plethora of fighters to run through to see, like a gauntlet of fighters to run through to see if she would have had those accolades. She has few people of course she's going to be, what she is. But let her have as many potential opponents like the men do at 154, 160, and 168. It's thousands of y'all. Y'all got to be better than thousands. She only have to be better than 3 or 4. That's the difference. That's the difference. And then the smaller weight classes for the women, you have more people that's in there and competing. So Alicia is saying, look, I'll come out of my comfort zone and come up there. And what woman that's want to play with trying to gain weight? Because Alicia gonna have to put on muscle. And she already muscular. So, I mean, I think it's fair for her to say come to 147 if them two gonna fight. But I don't see nothing wrong with Clarissa saying, shit, you gotta come to me. I'm the most decorated. I can't be mad at Clarissa for that neither. But it's to the point now I want to fight. I want to see the fight. But Alicia, I'm going to say this. If you listening, you might as well say what you going to say. Clarissa going to say what she going to say. You might as well say what you going to say. Alicia is holding her tongue, y'all. She is seriously holding her tongue. There's some things she could say that probably have Clarissa feeling a certain kind of way. I'll be waiting for it to slip. Because I know how girls can be. Because, we did this shit at school. PGA says Shields is the GOAT, no question. Bumgarner need to get to 154 is shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Oh. Or you meant or shut the fuck up. I thought you was telling me. I was gonna say, damn, PGH it's like that. I'm just joking. I love you. No, that's what I was just saying. PGA's like she probably can't get to it. It's a dangerous game she playing because it's not her natural size. But with women, that's different from you guys. You guys run off of nothing but testosterone, and you do have estrogen where it count, probably in the reproductive area. Women have testosterone too, only in your brain and your reproductive area. That's the only place we have it. But when you hit 30, your estrogen level increases like 4 times the amount. And this is why women muscle tone and everything starts to decline when they get that age, right? This is just medical fact. There's no every woman different. Every woman's pace at which they get there will be different. But at 30, there's a steep drop of muscle tone and whatever you used to. So this is why a lot of women feel like we can't get the weight off or whatever the case may be. But women don't realize, a lot of women don't know, and most of us do, that we are designed to carry weight. Even take the skinniest girl, and she's going to have more body fat on her than the average man. We are designed to carry weight. And when women start doing things to try to lose weight, our body fights against it. At all times, from when you are born as a female, your body is doing preparations and setting up shop for you to carry another child. So that baby girl that your daughter was just born, her body doing it too. We are contracting and releasing all through our life, but even before we get a cycle. And you cannot carry a baby on a body that has no body fat. That's dangerous. It will never happen. That's not how we are built. And this is why when men go to the gym, you can take a husband and wife team. They can go to the gym and say, we're going to work out. Cool. They could do the same workout, but within a week, maybe 2, that man is going to see results. The woman will see nothing. 6 weeks later, probably nothing. The average woman, it takes about 6 to 8 weeks before you can even see any kind of results. Why? Because your body, once it grabs fat, it don't want to let it go. And that's the beautifulness of being a woman. Ain't that sucking for us? That sucks for us. But that is what it is with being a woman. Because we are always in practice mode. Always. And we releasing so many hormones, you know. I find the hormone that we release during pregnancy that make you like the Incredibles. Remember that stretch? I think it was the lady or the daughter that could stretch. I never put two together. Knew it, but didn't. This is how you don't connect dots. When women are pregnant, they release this hormone. I wish I remember the name. But what it does is make your bones bend and be flexible and expand. What kind of shit is? I was like, what? Because if you think about it, them kids be up in your ribs. You can peel their feet and their hands out of your rib cage. And how come your rib don't break? Because it becomes bendable and flexible. But once you have a baby and the hormones bounce back to normal, that should be hard, solid as a rock. It'd be hard, just like y'all bones. But when you're pregnant, it turned into something else. We become the Incredibles. So I'm just saying just how we made up. I don't think it's best for Alicia because she's not built that way to be going past 147. I'm not trying to champion her and do favor with her. I'm just saying, realistically speaking, I don't think it's going to help her at all. Now, Clarissa feels like Alicia wants the upper hand, but she's a smaller woman than 147. It's not going to give her no upper hand. She's going to be slower and not as effective because she went up in weight. Clarissa coming down in weight, she's going to be faster, more effective, and more dangerous, period. Because that's how it is for women. We're the opposite of y'all. When we get smaller, we get better. When we get bigger, we get worse. And once we introduce that weight to the body like, I'm keeping this forever. Forever, ever. ATL laughing. PGA said Bumgarner folded quicker than J. Cole and the Kendrick. I saw her interview, her response to when Clarissa was grabbing her hand. Again, when Bumgarner be saying stuff, and I like them both, I see the logic more so in her. What did she say? She said she had to think about the bigger picture. Y'all are fighters. Why fight right there for free? To gain what kind of clout? To make who happy? What that's going to do for you? And for Clarissa to even go there, that don't even make sense. Too much which is given, much is required. You're supposed to be the face of boxing for females, and you have to act like it. Starting a fight or ready to fight in the public, that just don't make sense to nobody but her. So I'm just saying. Jared, what you got to say about it? He said, nope. Too much weight cut for Shields. She is the current 168-pound champ. Bumgarner likely walks around. It's not. Bumgarner don't. And you have to see her interviews, and she'll tell you where she walk around, but she don't walk around at that. She stays small. I want to say she's a vegan. She like Terrence Crawford with it. Like she don't. Jared, as women, you can't allow yourself to even get big like it. Our bodies ain't like y'all's. Y'all got the best hormone when it comes to physicality between women and men. Y'all just the best at it. This way God made it. He chose y'all to be the best and have the best. And it is what it is. I'm not mad at it. But testosterone is the best hormone over everything. Over everything. You hear me? We have just droplets of it. We have testosterone in our reproductive area. It's what gives women edges and makes them want to bend that over. Let that breathe. Shake that. Hands on the knees. Oh, shake that thing for Drake. That's shaking for not me. But y'all know that song. I love that damn song. That should be And with little kids singing, I be like, what in the hell? Who played that shit in front of them? But to make us want to bend that over and let that breathe and put your hands on the knees, we need testosterone. Can't have no testosterone. We won't want to bend it over and let it breathe. We just not gonna do it. We damn sure ain't put the hands on the knees. That's a nice way I could say it. But another place that women have testosterone, just like men, is in the brain. The brain main hormone is testosterone. So the best to me, when I look at, they both have their merits. You know, estrogen has its merits. You guys have estrogen too, and it will be near your reproductive area. That's it. Not a lot. You just, I mean, from what they coming out now saying that everybody starts female and then it, goes either way. Anywho, the best hormone when you're talking about physicality, ability to do stuff physical, which boxing is, testosterone is the best. So for you guys to bulk up and to add muscle, that is great. But not for us. I can tell you as a woman, you start putting the weight on, you're going to lose a whole lot more than just weight if you try to lose weight. And it's going to be a struggle. Between men and women, we're the only ones whose bodies reject trying to lose weight. I mean, your body technically will fight against it. That's why I always tell women, if you go in the gym, don't look for no results until you like 8 weeks in of your workout, because you ain't going to see shit. And y'all men be thinking we weak. Oh, look at, she gonna quit. She weak and all that. But it's not that. You will quit if you keep banging your head against the wall and nothing's happening. I can't look at somebody who literally do a program. I go do the same program, but yeah, in a week or two, he is absolutely getting results. Now I'm like, well, what's wrong with me? I'm a human too. Why can't I? We're not designed that way. And we just, as women, we have to learn that and accept it. Our money said, facts, Miss T. Alicia told them she gets paid to fight. Yeah. They want to leave out certain things out. Jared said, well, what about Shields? She has consistently went up in weight, only getting better the whole time. Shields ain't got a whole plethora of competition. Jared, Jared, hold on. I got the thing that gotta breathe. You know, when I said bend that over, let that breathe. Okay, I'm the one that's holding that package, Jared. I do believe you're not holding that package. And I'm gonna tell you, as a woman, you get better when you get smaller. It's a fact. You ain't gotta believe me, but you ain't never walk around with the equipment I got. And I promise you, and I'm a physical person, always have been. I promise you that we all do not get better when we go up. But if, let's say, Clarissa, those same girls she fighting, she was better than them at 147 or 130 or whatever they could have been. When they got bigger, they got more issues than they had before. She'll still be better. Like, they both are getting bigger and Clarissa's still coming out on top. But if Clarissa come down, she will see how spectacular she is. But it's gonna take her a minute, because you can't yo-yo that shit. Y'all see how it's bad for men to blow up. Like, I'm gonna start calling Devin Haney fat boy. And y'all gonna say I'm hating, but is he not a fat boy in between fights? Is he not? Y'all gonna say I'm seeing things. I got rose-colored glasses on or something. Like, I'm biased. Devin Haney is a fat boy in between fights. He is. You know, I'm not a boxer though. I ain't trying to look. I got problems with weight like anybody else, but I'm not a boxer. I'm not saying I'll fight at 140. Devin said that shit, but he be blowing up. That shit is going to hurt him in the long run, but it hurts us worse. Is all I'm saying, Jerry. We are not men, and we don't have that perfectly good testosterone when it comes to physicality. A woman can want to be physical all she want. That is where our limits are. Y'all have that testosterone, which is the building blocks of muscles. It is what it is. We don't. We don't. And if you 30, because Clarissa is 29, Bumgarner is 30, that means Clarissa about to get her steep drop. Bumgarner going through her steep drop of muscle and muscle tone and physicality. They definitely are changing. You know, I can see it because I've been there. I've been the the adolescent little girl and the pubescent girl and the in my 20s girl and in my 30s girl, and I know what the shit feel like and look like. Trust and believe. You'll fuck around and go try to open a jelly jar and can't even twist that bitch, not even a pinch. I was drinking wine today because I've been having insomnia lately for whatever reason, I don't know. And I figure I'm gonna drink some wine to make my ass go to sleep. I'm gonna do it again tonight. I don't drink, y'all. Never. I don't drink. Anybody who knows me knows. I can almost say in 30 years I ain't drink, or or some crazy number like that. 28 years I ain't drank. 28 years. I tried to be a drinker when I first came in the military in 1992. Ooh, so long ago, but I couldn't. It wasn't for me. Right? It makes me go to sleep as soon as I take a sip or two. Then I found out later, okay, why I was doing that. But the point is, I'm gonna try this stuff because I whatever it is that other things that I could have done when I was younger to fix certain issues, I can't do no more. I know it sounds crazy to a lot of you guys, but it's true. There's certain things I could do. Like really, I can have a laundry list of shit that I could do. Like, okay, you ain't sleeping, let me go do this, that, and the other, and whatever. But I can't do no more. Why? Because that's all about the estrogen takeover. Like I had normal estrogen until we get about 30. Then we got like 3 to 4 times the amount of estrogen. And estrogen does not make you stronger. It makes you weaker. And it really it just try to make you hold on to weight. So Jared, you didn't gave in. He said, okay, Miss T. Well, good to see you back. But you tripping for sure. I ain't tripping, Jared. Good to see you back, Jared, too. Jared, I don't know if you be catching it. I packed up all my computer and everything. I barely be able to get on because I'm moving. I packed up everything. So everything's in boxes. And, that's the worst limbo time ever. Like in a few. And, I'm going to go pick out my house, the lot. But I have to sell this house first, and I have to get it staged, and I have to do a lot. Then all while I'm doing that shit, my daughter's getting married. So you guys, it's just an awkward time right now. I hope by July everything be back up and running and ready to go. But that depends mostly on selling my house or when my new house is gonna be ready. So that's what that is. I did want to show you guys something. So let me go up in there. Y'all look at y'all screen. Let me see. Hitting it. Why isn't it? Okay, it's coming in. And I'm gonna filter it. See filter. Oh, sort by. I'm gonna sort by new to old, so you can see my latest. For everybody who's into the 420, come on with it. Look at that. I'm just going through some of it, y'all. My 420 shirts. I got them for all colors. Of course, I always got the original, the black and the white. Let me see. Did I get up out of there? Yeah, I got them resorted, new to old. I just want to show y'all my 420 collection. Why isn't it? Okay. It's not doing it for some reason. Hold on, let me refresh the page. Okay, there it is. So you see I got, okay, there you go. I actually like this color. Let me see. I bought this color. I like this Oxford. They call it Oxford black. But you see, this shirt's getting ready for the 420 for all the fellas out there that want their denim hat. They got the black, the blue, the light denim, and the classic, for 420. And got it for the females too. It's just in pink, same thing. Cause 420 coming up, y'all. And then I like this. Enjoy your day. Look at this. Let me see. Look at them colors. Pink, white, light blue, black heather, black, regular black. Let me see the Oxford black. Oh yeah, the Oxford black go hard. I like that one. And then this one too. I got one more to show you after that. I got let me see if she got it right here. Nope. Let me see. There it goes. All different colors. Same thing. Happy 420. And then we're gonna start making some Mother Day stuff too. I just haven't figured out how I'm gonna do it. Look at it. This one, my fave. I gotta get this one. I got black, navy, forest green, purple. I always do the green because some people like those colors. Graphite, which is like a gray, and then got the white. Why the white didn't show up? Let me see. Oh, the white down here. Okay. And what's the last? And I try to do funny little shirts like this one. It said, wait. It's 420. Then it got the weed playing right there. Rasputia, how you doing? I got them in all different sizes and colors. Blue, red, white. I always got the black and white for show. But yeah. Y'all go in there and ATL says it's not showing on the screen. Y'all hear me talking? I see it on the screen. Oh, it's not moving around. Oh, damn. Hold on. I ain't gonna go back through it, but basically, y'all see my collection. I got the 420. I'll probably do it another time. I do want to see why it didn't show on the screen. Let me see. Yeah, it should have showed on the screen. I don't know why it's not showing. All it's showing is this, just the columns. But look at that. You mean I got stuff for kids. I got all the 420 stuff. You got more of a selection. Let me see if it did that. Yes, ATL is showing now. Like I don't know what's wrong. ATL said tomorrow I'm ordering my shirt and hat. Gotcha. You can't see it, Miss C. Oh, it's not showing. Okay, yeah, I was up on the other page, but let me see. I'm gonna sort it. I ain't gonna go through. I ain't gonna pull it up, but he says moving now. Okay, so look, y'all. See, it did it again. ATS froze up. Let me see. Hold on. I just hit that. Oh, to new. Let me see. I'm gonna change that. Let's see if that's the oldest. They old to new. Yeah. Either I don't know why it's doing this on this screen. It's not showing. But I got everything you need. Political stuff, cups, weed cups. Have the Mother's Day stuff coming in pretty soon. Hats, shoes, everything. Phone cases. If y'all want something, for me to create or make, you can email me to boxingfanstalk@gmail.com. That's boxingfanstalk@gmail.com. That way I know it's coming from the boxing community. If y'all want me to make something, I can do that too. And then I put it up there and you can go get it. But please support. But that's all I have. I don't want y'all to walk away thinking that I hate Devin Haney. I don't. I just don't put the cart before the horse like him and his father and his people do. I'm just not, he got to earn it like everybody else. He got to go through the time and get in line and go through the process like everybody else. And for real, Richardson Hitchins, you got a gift this weekend. Me and Jared both agree. You lost that fight. But I really don't see no difference between you and Devin Haney. And what would be a great fight is to see both of them match up. But that's all I have. And if there's nothing else, I'm going to say, peace. See ya.